All right, today we are going to start 4-7 partial products. If you could write that in your notebook, title your page 4-7 partial products. And then if you could also on the side write O times O, O times T, T times O, and T times T. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You can pause the video to write those things down. So the O times O and the O times T, those are kind of a way to remember the order of what we're going to do here. That is ones times ones, ones times tens, tens times ones, and then tens times tens. So this is very similar to area model, but I think it's a shorter way and it's a little bit more organized. So let me show you what I mean. Let's start on a problem. 23 times 46. Can you write that in your notebook? And we're going to draw the line down just like we did when we were doing one digit. And we are going to start with our ones place. If at any point you need to pause the video, you can do that. All right, so we're going to start with our ones place times our ones place. And I always like to start at the bottom. It just gives me a way to remember where I'm at. So I'm starting with 6 times 3. Those two digits are in my ones place. And I know that 6 times 3 equals 18. So I'm going to put that under. And if you remember, again, it's just like you did with one digit. And then my next step, I'm sticking with my 6, which is my ones place, but I'm going to multiply it by my tens place. And instead of saying that's a 2, it is a 20 because it's a 2 in the tens place, so it's equal to 20. And 6 times 20 is 120. I'm going to be careful to line that up. And now I'm moving over to my tens place on the bottom number. I'm not going to say that's a 4 because, again, it's a 4 in the tens place. So I'm going to say that is 40 times, and now I'm going to my ones place in the top number. So now we have 40 times 3, and that again is 120. So I have two 120s, but different facts. And then my last one are my 2 10s. The last one's always going to be your largest number, and the first one is most likely always going to be your smallest number. So I have 40 times 20, and that is going to give me 800. And guess what I'm going to do with these numbers? Yep, I'm going to add them up. 8 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 8. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 is 5. 1 plus 1 plus 8 is 10. I'm going to put my comma in there. And my product is 1058. If I really fast showed you what this looks like on area model, you're going to see that we're doing the same things here, right? 20 times 40 in that box, 3 times 40, 20 times 6, and 3 times 6. We get the same numbers. It's just a different way to organize it. All right, let's try one more before I give you one on your own. How about we do 65 times 49? That's 7 times 7 facts we love. All right, I'm going to change color over here. So I'm going to start with my ones times my ones. My 9 times 5 is going to give me 45. And then I have my 9 times my tens place in the opposite number. 9 times 60. We all know that's 540. And now, sticking with my bottom number first, right? The 9 came in the first two, and now my 4 in the tens place, which is another 40. So you can even think about how your first two numbers are going to be the ones place, and your second two numbers are going to be the tens place. First, I'm going to multiply 40 times my ones place. So 40 times 5, that's going to give me 200. Don't forget that extra 0. And then I'm going to multiply tens times tens, and that is going to be 40 times 60. Now I'm in my thousands, and I'm going to add those up. 5, 8. That's not right. Oh, eraser. I always forget. 11, 1, and 3. So I have 3,185. All right, I'm going to give you 2 to try on your own, and you're going to pause the video. You're going to solve them on your own, and then you'll play the video and you can check your answers to see how they went. Okay, so I would pause it here. I'm just going to move that up, write down these problems, and then play it again to see the answer. You can solve one, play it, look at the answer, and then pause to do the second and save it. All right, so now that you are back, we are going to do 6 times 1, 6 times 90, 80 times 1, 80 times 90. Hopefully those were your facts. Here you have 540, 80, and 7,200. 6, 2, 1, 8, and 7. 7,826 for the first problem. If you haven't done the second problem, pause the video, and we'll see you in a minute. All right, you're back to do this problem. So I'm going to start my ones place. I know both of those are going to be 8s because I have an 8 in the bottom number. 8 times 5, 8 times 60. So my first one is 40. The second is 480. And then my tens place is a 20. 20 times 5, 20 times 60. So I know this is 100. And this is 1,200. Add those up. And I have 1,820. So if you're feeling good about this, it is time to practice. If not, please see your teacher and they will help you do a couple extra problems before you are ready to practice. All right, nice job learning partial products.